Hello, everybody. My name is Chris, and you're watching Park Pass, and I am going to be talking to you about what's going on in Disneyland because a lot of people are misreporting what's happening in Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I've been seeing all these things on TikTok and Instagram talking about everything that's happening in Walt Disney World, and I was kind of shocked by it. So then I did this crazy thing called research and found out the truth, and I'm going to go ahead and deliver the truth to you guys now about what's going on with the attendance at Walt Disney World and also at Disneyland. And I want to say a big thank you because as a lot of you know, I just had a surgery 2 weeks ago. It's been exactly 2 weeks today. I am recovering. I was able to drive for the very first time today, and so thank you for all the well wishes. The surgery is coming great, and I'm going into the doctor's office tomorrow to do a follow-up to check on the incisions and everything, and we'll see how we're doing, but it feels like we're doing really good. And also, I'd like to say a big, huge shout-out to my son, Miles. He's the one that helped decorate this. He came up with this idea for decorating it for the studio. All right, let's get into this. So I've been seeing a lot of people saying that Walt Disney World, the attendance is dead, that nobody's attending Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom, that nobody's there. The 4th of July weekend was just absolutely barren and nobody's attending Disney anymore. I keep seeing this on TikTok and on some of these Instagram reels. And I found that to be really shocking. So I started doing some research to find out exactly what is going on. Is this true? And exactly what's happening. And so let me show you this. I found this, this is kind of a little bit of a rough sketch of this. I want to show you what the attendance patterns are like at Disneyland and also what the attendance patterns are like at Walt Disney World. And you'll see a little bit of an inversion here. All right, so here we go. We have Disneyland here across the top. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, right? And this is the first part over here is Disneyland. And the higher the line is, the more attendance is. Starting in January, Disneyland is pretty low. And then as it gets February, it gets up to like Lunar New Year, attendance starts to creep up. March kind of goes like this, all flat. April goes up, May goes up, June, July, August, and right here at the very end of August, the week before Oogie Boogie Bash, there's a steep, steep decline. Then Oogie Boogie Bash happens and the attendance is really high again for the rest of the year. And then it goes over this whole pattern again. This is kind of how the attendance works at Disneyland. It goes up, cross, decline, it goes like this. Walt Disney World, though, is like this. Of course, got the months across here. Walt Disney World, January's high, February's high, March is high, April's high, May is high, June goes down, July goes down, August goes down, September goes up, October goes up, November and December goes like this. Do you see a little bit of a difference there? During the summer months right here in Walt Disney World, the attendance is always a little bit lower. It's actually the lowest, usually the lowest time, the lowest attendance for Walt Disney World is in the summertime. Now that's counterintuitive to Disneyland because at Disneyland, the summertime is the peak time because kids are out of school, family vacations, all that. So a lot of people compare Disneyland to Walt Disney World, but there is a massive difference. Walt Disney World during the summertime gets very, very hot, very, very hot. And so because of that, a lot of people kind of wait until it starts cooling down the end of September. That's when they start going back to Walt Disney World. You do get families who are going there for the family vacation during the summertime, but a lot of them will defer it. A lot of them go in January, February, March, because the weather's really great then. And a lot of people want to escape from the cold wherever they are. They're up in Wisconsin, I guess, or Milwaukee, or Minnesota. And they're like, hey, let's go on a family vacation to Walt Disney World. Let's go in February when it's going to be warm. It'll be warm down there in Florida in February, and we can kind of escape the cold. So Disneyland and Walt Disney World are almost the exact opposites when it comes to attendance. So now that you know that, you have to realize this. Walt Disney World, their attendance is low during the summertime, so people are saying, oh, nobody's going anymore. And I looked at all the records I could find, and attendance is exactly the same it's been for the last several years. It's not dipped below. There's nothing below. In fact, the attendance is higher than it was last year, but it is the summertime, so attendance might feel a little bit lower to a bunch of people attending Walt Disney World for the very first time. So when people are saying nobody's going to Walt Disney World anymore, nobody's attending Magic Kingdom, that is not true. I just can't, I don't believe that. It's not true. The data does not support that. I think people are just kind of making these wild gestures on what's going on. But the attendance is not down. It's actually as on par as it always been for the last 10 years or so in Walt Disney World. So that's kind of interesting for me to see when people are posting that. And it really caught my eye. I was like, why? What's going on? And I don't think anything it really is happening. A lot of people are attributing it to Epic universe saying, oh, everybody's going to Epic and everybody's going to Disney. I haven't seen that yet. But I will say this, I think that Walt Disney World is being affected by what I would call the epic effect. This is a term that I've created myself, this epic effect. I think that what happened is, as you've noticed, maybe Walt Disney World, they just did their turnover for the test track and just did the retheming for test track. And a lot of people went in the line and queue and watched it. And the response has been lukewarm, hasn't been over the top great, hasn't been bad. I think that's a little bit of the epic effect. I think the Epic universe has had this huge effect on Disney where people want over the top. They want this big, huge worlds. They want these immersive attractions, immersive worlds. And so because of that, I think that people are looking through the lens of Epic at Walt Disney World. So I think when Disney does unveil their Villains Land and the Piston Springs for that new Cars area, it has to be like this over the top, this super immersive worlds because of this epic effect. And I think that Disney they're feeling a little bit of pressure there with that's going on. As far as the Epic Universe, I don't believe it's really affected Disney's attendance there. I think that a bunch of people are just splitting their time, though, going to Universal Studios and to also Walt Disney Studios and just enjoying their time down there. I think it's giving people more options of what they want to choose when they get to go on vacation, which is a good thing. Now let's talk about Disneyland, their attendance at Disneyland. Disneyland is doing fantastic. The 70th celebration is in full swing. People are having a fantastic time with it, and it's going great. Paint the Night is coming back, and it's back, and people are loving that. Which brings us to Starlight Express, which is going to be released here in July 21st, in just a couple of weeks. And this is their brand new parade. Never been done before, and it's going to be at Walt Disney Studios. And I actually will be down there when they do this. I've been invited by Walt Disney to come down and check it out. I will be filming it and showing you from top to bottom everything I can show you about this brand new parade, the Starlight Express. What I've been told, and this is a huge, massive claim, I've been told that it rivals Paint the Night, and that's a hard thing for me to swallow like that because Paint the Night is the best parade I've ever seen. Hands down, there's no other parade better than Paint the Night. So they're saying Starlight Express is on the same level of Paint the Night. That is a massive, massive claim by Walt Disney Studios. And we'll see if that's actually true. I'll be down there in about a week and a half, and I'll show you everything you need to know about the Starlight Express. So I just wanted to come in here real quickly, guys, just do a quick little update and talk to you guys about things because it's kind of been irritating me when I keep seeing I have been bedridden for the last week and a half, and because of that, I've been consuming much more social media than I normally do. I've been on TikTok and Instagram, and I keep seeing these things about nobody's attending Disney, and that's just not true. Anyways, I would like to say this, though, since we are talking about social media, is I don't know if you guys know this, we have an Instagram account called PROVOST PARK PASS, and it is amazing. My wife has really been putting a lot of time into it. My wife is funny, she's hilarious, she's putting these funny little reels in there and some little tips and tricks about going vacations. If you just want to be entertained and have some really fun times, be sure to subscribe to our Instagram, Provost Park Pass, and it is growing like crazy over there, and we have a really great community, and people are enjoying that. And speaking of great communities, we also have a fantastic community called our Patreon community, and our Patreons get special access to our Instagram account. They get special stories. They also get special videos that's only from Amanda. It's called Tuesdays with Amanda, where she does special videos just for our Patreon members. Funny little things. She talks about like what's going on with our family, what's going on with her, and just great little fun things. If you want some behind the stuff, join our Patreon community. You guys will not regret it. I promise it's something you'll feel really good about, and you'll have a great community to talk about and get to know other people, like-minded individuals. But again, I just want to say thank you so much for all the people for the well wishes for the surgery. I'm feeling much better now. I'm able to kind of walk around. I was able to drive today, so that's exciting. Feeling much better. And also, I just want to say that you guys are awesome and take a quick little moment to talk to you. And I am talking to you. If you're going through a difficult time right now, I want you to know that it will get better. I promise you it does get better. Nothing ever stays stagnant forever. The problem that we have is when we're going through a hard time, we want it to get better tomorrow, right now, immediately. It might take a little bit, but it will get better. Inch by inch, you'll get there. I want you to know that you are amazing and you deserve all the success in life. Do not be afraid of it. It's yours to take. Take that success. You are wonderful. I'm talking to you. All right, guys, you are the absolute best. I will talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic week, and I will do another video on Wednesday. If there's a topic that you want me to do on Wednesday, put it down in the comments down below. Say, Chris, could you talk about this? Or Chris, can you talk about this? Because I still can't travel yet. I'll be cleared to travel starting on Thursday. So if you guys want to do like a talking video about some topic, you put it down below and I'll research it and I'll try to respond to that on Wednesday if I get enough. If you like, somebody does if they put like a little topic there and you like the topic, you want me to talk about it, like their comment, and whatever comment gets the most topics, the likes, that's what I will do on this coming Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of Park Pass. We appreciate you. You are fantastic. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.